Hi, I'm Jack Dunigan of thepracticalleader.com, and this is a new episode of Lessons in Superlative Leadership. Today we're going to talk about some of the principles and problems of hiring and firing people, of working with people, of extending our reach, multiplying our effectiveness, and dividing our work through others. The question is, can they or will they follow instructions, and how you can know that before you hire, assign, or delegate things to them. And it's quite simple and quite easy. Stand by. The difference between fair and fabulous is attention to detail. Just a few days ago, I was invited to be part of a day-long focus group dealing with a particular matter here in our area, along with 17 other fine folks in our area. And it was an interesting experience. We got there early, as we were supposed to, and we were asked to fill out some questionnaire forms. And on one of those, there was a list on the back of the final page that had a whole series of names of people and of other associated companies that were on that. Now, there were 3 columns of names on there. I don't know how many names there were altogether, but I'm going to guess there were 30 or 40 names in its entirety in there. And we were asked to read through that list and make a check mark on beside any of those that might be people or companies that we knew or had an association with. Interestingly, in the middle of the second column, there was an entry that said, check this box. Wasn't a name, wasn't a company name, just check this box. Now, why was that put there? That was put there to make sure that whoever was completing that form or that application actually read the list. The instructions were, read every name on this list and mark those that you know. Well, giving the propensity of so many people to sort of say, yeah, I don't know any of these people. Interestingly, we had been asked over the phone this very same list of names. So some would say, I already answered this, I already read this, I don't have to do this, so I'm going to skip it. But the people that are smart, they know that what they were about to discuss for the next 11 hours, we were there all day and into the evening, was of such critical importance that they needed people who were really paying attention to detail. Now, I know it's easy to sort of back off and say, well, a lot of our work is not that critical, not that important. One thing that came out there is that I used to run a millwork company for several years, and we used a lot of dangerous equipment, and I wanted to make sure that everybody who worked in that shop actually followed the instructions. It was there for their safety. It was there for the safety of people around them. It was there for the efficient and effective use of that equipment. And the important principles in this is that things later ride on things present. That we do things and we pay attention to certain things because it has consequences later on. That things big are made of things small. That things of great importance are made up of things that seem to be insignificant. Now, one time I used to be a professor for a short time, and in one of my classes I used something like this, and you may have had this. It's a little 3-minute test, and it's a series of questions of activities. This was not the one I used, but I used one similar to it. The very first question, or the very first entry, says, read everything before you do anything. And then it goes down through this entire list. Put your name in the upper right-hand corner, circle the word name in sentence 2, yada, yada, goes on down. If you would read through this entire list first, you would see that number 20 says, now that you've finished reading carefully, do only numbers 1 and 2. Interestingly, in my class, there was only one person who actually followed the instructions. And other people were going through this whole thing, and they were just getting increasingly frustrated at having to do all of these things simply because they didn't follow the directions. And when they got down to the final one, they actually got upset at me that I would do something like that. Well, that's too bad. I want to know, do you pay attention to detail? When I hire people, and I hire them all the time, even now, I ask 1 or 2 questions designed to find this out. Now, recently I've been in the market for a social media marketing manager for our company. And I'm using an online job source to try and find somebody that I can work with because I want to work online with. So I set up this job posting on this online job source, and it said this. This is what I posted. We're ramping up our online business, and we need someone to make regular posts to our Twitter feed, our Facebook business page, and my LinkedIn account. That's what I posted. Well, this was typical of most of the responses that I received. Actually, what I can do for you, sir? Facebook. At first, I will create a Facebook fan page by helping your product or website. Then, blank, blank, I will create a Twitter account. Now, I'm going to go back. Did I not say that I have a Twitter feed and I have a Facebook business page? I'd already said that. So, what do you think happened when I got that? If they don't answer, or if their response indicates they did not carefully read the instructions, they get a polite, "Sorry, this is not going to work out. I wish it did." Why? Why am I doing that? Because when I don't hire people because I have money to give away. I hire people because I need folks to extend my reach, to multiply my effectiveness, and to divide my work. Therefore, it's my privilege and responsibility to find and employ those who do not have to be forced to read the instructions. And it is your privilege and responsibility as well. Now, there are many, many applications that can be made of this and the importance of and the critical necessity for following instructions that I'm not going to go into today, and we don't have to. You know what they are. Certain things have to be done by a certain process or in a certain way, whether you're putting Watsits on widgets, whether you are working in a service industry, a hospitality industry, a consulting industry, a retail business, a manufacturing facility, an educational facility, it doesn't matter. The ability to follow instructions is really critical, and it is perfectly fine to expect compliance with those instructions, to employ people who are capable of paying attention to detail, to pursue quality and excellence, to hire those who add to your success, and to find out these things early on. It can be done in the pre-hiring phase. It can be done as you're getting ready to maybe expand, or you're getting ready to pass out, delegate responsibility to someone else. You want to find out how capable they are of paying attention to detail. So superlative leaders understand that this is not wrong. They have every right to expect it, and they insist on getting it. Quality, excellence, safety, the very future and viability of your business or organization depends on you, and everybody who works around you and with you and for you are capable of this. Well, we hope you enjoy our weekly videos, Lessons in Superlative Leadership. And if you'd like to subscribe, click on the subscribe button just below this video. However, YouTube has made some changes so that even though you are subscribed does not mean you will get a notification. The next thing to do is to click on this little bell right next to it, and you will receive notifications every time one of these comes up. We'd also invite you to visit our website at thepracticalleader.com, where you will find loads of articles and other information to help you become an even more effective leader.